Be free from grief, not through insensibility like the irrational animals, nor through want of thought like the foolish, but like a man of virtue, by having reason as the consolation of grief. In literature, too, it is not great achievement to memorize what you have read while not formulating an opinion of your own. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. No man is free who is not master of himself. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him. Stop honoring externals. Quit turning yourself into the tool of mere matter, or of people who can supply you or deny you those material things. For it is not death or pain that is to be feared, but the fear of pain or death. Sickness is a problem for the body, not the mind, unless the mind decides that it is a problem. Lameness, too, is the body's problem, not the mind's. Say this to yourself, whatever the circumstances, and you will find, without fail, that the problem pertains to something else, not to you. Whenever anyone criticizes or wrongs you, remember that they are only doing or saying what they think is right. They cannot be guided by your views, only their own. So if their views are wrong, they are the ones who suffer insofar as they are misguided. Control thy passions, lest they take vengeance on thee. There are two things that must be rooted out in human beings: arrogant opinion and mistrust. Arrogant opinion expects that there is nothing further needed, and mistrust assumes that under the torrent of circumstance, there can be no happiness. Nothing important comes into being overnight. Even grapes and figs need time to ripen. If you say that you want a fig now, I will tell you to be patient. First, you must allow the tree to flower and put forth fruit. Then you have to wait until the fruit is ripe. So, if the fruit of a fig tree is not brought to maturity instantly or in an hour, how do you expect the human mind to come to fruition so quickly and easily? We are at the mercy of whoever wields authority over the things we desire or detest. If you would be free, then do not wish to have or avoid things that other people control, because then you must serve as their slave. Do not try to seem wise to others. If you want to live a wise life, live it on your own terms and in your own eyes. If you keep yourself poised and dignified, if you observe rather than are observed, if you don't envy people with great success, don't let externals disconcert you. If you do all of this, what more do you need? Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think better, to be a more discriminating and reflective person. Books are the training weights of the mind. They are very helpful, but it would be a bad mistake to suppose that one has made progress simply by having internalized their contents. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Who are these people whose admiration you seek? Aren't they the ones you are used to describing as mad? Well then, is that what you want? To be admired by lunatics? When we blather about trivial things, we ourselves become trivial, for our attention gets taken up with trivialities. You become what you give your attention to. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them. Whatever your mission, stick by it as if it were a law, and you would be committing sacrilege to betray it. Pay no attention to whatever people might say. This no longer should influence you. Be discriminating about what images and ideas you permit into your mind. If you yourself don't choose what thoughts and images you expose yourself to, someone else will, and their motives may not be the highest. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Do not afflict others with anything that you yourself would not wish to suffer. If you would not like to be a slave, make sure no one is your slave. If you have slaves, you yourself are the greatest slave, for just as freedom is incompatible with slavery, so goodness is incompatible with hypocrisy. When any person harms you or speaks badly of you, remember that he acts or speaks from a supposition of its being his duty. Now, It is not possible that he should follow what appears right to you, but what appears so to himself. Therefore, if he judges from a wrong appearance, he is the person hurt, since he too is the person deceived. For if anyone should suppose a true proposition to be false, the proposition is not hurt, but he who is deceived about it. Setting out, then, from these principles, you will meekly bear a person who reviles you, for you will say upon every occasion, "It seemed so to him."